Hello, dear and classmates. I hope that you are doing very great. So today I'm gonna do the last task of the course teaching evaluation, where I must to describe the most important parts of my practical experiences carry out during the academic period in the course. So today I'm gonna speak about that, and I have to admit that that was an amazing experience, but there were some problems in the process of carrying on the practice. So let's start it. So I'm gonna put like an introduction before I start the objectives and the description of the points. Um, I have to mention that I belong to a virtual environment practice. So I work with the tutor Liliana Moreno, and I belong to the part of strategy relate. So that you must know that important information that I have to do my virtual practice with other students of of English, other students of the university. So that's why I have to mention it's very important that you must know that. And also, the objective of this work today is the main purpose of the task is creating a video where the practitioner is going to describe the most important parts of their practice process. So let's start it. Let's start with the first point of that. So I have to start with the initial part of my practice. I was very nervous because the other partners of the career were receiving all the documents at the required time. So I was very nervous because in the strategy they just have one tutor and one tutor have to do all the work. So the documents were a kind of late. So in this part I was very nervous because I was thinking or I thought that I were losing my time and maybe that problem could affect me to other courses of the practice. So that was the initial part of my practice. Now the next one. I did not receive the presentation letter at the establishing time. Yeah, I know that the directors or the zone they must send the presentation letter and a establishing moment, but when I was seeing all the comments of other partners, they received the presentation letter, and I received the presentation letter like 2 weeks 2 weeks after the others. So I think I lose so much time, and that wasn't the only thing that I lose time. So I think this initial process at the beginning were very kind of stressing. The thing were very difficult to me because I was thinking I cannot afford this practice in a short time that I have before. So let's continue. The next one, I did not receive the list of students at the established time. Oh my goodness, there were so much problem in this practice. But all the things were not negative. But I have to tell you that in that way you are gonna understand and you are gonna feel like empathy to your student because we're that process were very difficult at the beginning. So I did not receive the list of students at the establishment time. I have to wait like 1 month before, 1 month after the other partner have the list of students, or maybe they have like they start their practice process in the on-site environment. But I didn't receive the list of students. I was very nervous because, oh my goodness, the tax is going to start and I didn't have no hours to present to the teacher. So that's why I have like a problem with the documents because I couldn't upload all the documents for that reason, because I started very late. So that's the one problem that I have, that I face with in that process. Now, the beginning of the lesson, I was very nervous because I received like two groups of students, and one special group of students had an amazing English level. You see, I was very shocked, but they can communicate so well. They have like a B2 intermediate level. So I was like very nervous, because if you are a teacher and you're an online teacher, you have to face with all of this knowledge. You have to have your answers. You have to have the communication, the right speech to them. So if you can't communicate in the right way, if you can not have fluency in your speech, maybe this thing is going to be very difficult to you to present your practice in this way. So the beginning of the lesson, this is the beginning. The process encouraging the lesson, I get more confident. I feel like I was in a classroom, literally. And I feel very good because my students were very nice. They participate a lot in all the activities. They were very fast in the tasks. So I think that was an amazing experience. But I have one problem, and where that I have like a five students. I have five students, and three students of each group didn't communicate. Didn't communicate with me. Didn't say nothing to me. They didn't respond the message, the emails, nothing. If you see, this is like an uncountable situation, because you need like more students, and there were occasions that you face like with classes with just one student. And I think maybe this situation is, it's kind of bored for them, because they have like to participate all the class, and they cannot rest a time. It's just them. So I think it's very frustrated. That is a frustrated situation. Now, the final part of my lessons, I was very shocked, because I can not afford the enough time, or I can afford the practice hours. So I was very nervous, but I could do that finally. So I am checking all the documents, and I'm trying to get better in that situation. Now, the last part here. Oh, sorry. The learning acquisition of the online practice. I have to admit that I learned so much in this process. I think I learned how to manage a class in a virtual mode. I learned to use so much application of the web that helps to create resources, and also you can find just um, resources that are recently created, and you have like amazing activities. I found like this amazing web page called Cambridge English for for younger people. And also I found like apps like Bumblebee. I found like WordWalk, also Quizy. That was an amazing application to do exams. So I think I learned so much in this mode of to teach. You can find so many resources to have an amazing lesson with them. So I think the learning were excellent in my process. So I have to admit that I enjoy this process, but at the beginning of the process, I was very frustrated, because I cannot offer the enough time to the classes, so I have to duplicate some hours in other activities. So that was very complicated to me. So this is my video. I hope that you understand all the steps that I mentioned. And thank you so much for seeing me, teacher. I hope that you are doing very, very great. And goodbye. Goodbye. So let's finish the video.